Hello students, so let us move further along this topic. In the previous video, we studied about resistance and two different formula of resistance. We studied that one formula of resistance can be obtained from Ohm's law, which was R equals to V upon I, and there was another formula R equals to rho L upon A, where rho was resistivity, L was length of the conductor, and A was area of cross section. I explained all these terms. And for resistivity, we said that it depends on material. It does not depend on the length or the area of cross section of conductor. Resistivity depends upon the nature of material. Resistance depends upon length and area of cross section and resistivity also. So for this, we used a simple circuit for this explanation. There was a simple circuit with one resistor attached to it, and there was a battery of potential difference V. A current I was flowing in the circuit, and there was this one resistor that we connected. But in our homes and in offices, we see that there are many devices which are connected. There are many fans, there are many electric bulbs, tube lights, fridges, air conditioners. There are many electrical devices which are connected. So that means there are not just one resistor, there are several resistors. Also, let us discuss a bit more about this potential. Now, if I say that I have a battery of 9 volt, we all have batteries, dry cells that we use for different small electrical devices. One of them is of 9 volt. Now, what does this mean? This means this battery is creating a potential difference of 9 volt. This we have already discussed in the previous video, one of the previous videos about potential. So this battery is creating a potential difference of 9 volt. Where is it creating this difference? It is creating this difference on the device connected, on the resistor connected. How it is, what are the values, how it is creating this potential difference? We can assume that if this is the positive terminal and the voltage is plus 9, that means on this part, on this point, we can assume there is a potential of 9 volt, and on this there is a potential of 0 volt, so that the potential difference across these 2 points become 9 minus 0 equals to 9 volt. So this is what we mean by potential difference. If this battery was suppose of 5 volts, then we can assume that at this point the voltage is 5, at this point the voltage is 0, so the potential difference between these 2 points become 5 minus 0 equals to 5 volt. Similarly, for 10 volt battery, 10 0. If the battery is 20 volt, 20 0. Why are we taking 20 on this side? Because there is a positive terminal. If this battery was connected, suppose if this battery were connected like this, negative terminal on this side, then we would have assumed 5 volt on this point and 0 on this point, so that 5 minus 0 becomes equal to 5. So the potential difference remains the same, only the points change according to the terminal of the battery. So this means that if we have connected battery like this of V potential difference, then here it is V and here it is O. This potential difference is as it is transferred over to these points, because there are nothing in between. These are straight conducting wires, and we can assume that in conducting wires the value of resistance of the wire is much lesser than the value of this resistor. So we are going to ignore the values of resistances of the conducting wire. We will take in consideration only the value of resistor because of the huge difference. So we can say that if on these 2 points a potential difference of V volt is created, then this potential difference will be as it is transferred on these 2 points. So this means that this point will also have V potential and this point will also have 0 potential. So that means the potential difference across R becomes V minus 0 or V. Hope this is understood. Remember this one, we are going to use it further. Now I said that in practical life we have more than one resistors connected in the circuit. So when more than one resistors are connected in the circuit, then we call that condition as grouping of resistance, because there are more than one, so we are grouping them together. Suppose in this room there are 3 fans and 5 lights, so all of them are grouped together because the current that is supplied to all of them are coming from a single source. So all of these resistors, they are grouped together in the circuit, and then they behave like a single unit, and each one of them, they have different resistance values, so they have different potential differences that we are going to discuss. So this is called grouping of resistors. Or suppose we have grouping of resistors like this. Suppose I have connected 3 resistors like this. Let us say that all of them are of different values, R1, R2, R3, and they are connected across a battery of potential difference V. Now let us first decide the potential difference. V at this point, 0 at this point, this is fine. Conductors, these conductors from here to here and here to here, these conductors resistances will be ignored because they are negligible in front of R1, R2 and R3. So this V and 0 potential difference will be transferred on these 2 junctions, these 2 points as it is, and similarly they will be transferred on these 2 points as it is. This is understood? Now if current I is coming out of the battery, then at this point I has 2 paths. It can go here also, some part of current will go in this direction and some part of current will go on this direction. Let us say I1 goes here and I2 goes here. So I is divided into I1 and I2. So I equals to I1 plus I2. This is easy. This I2 will keep on coming here. It will continue in this branch, and here this I2 will come like this, and I1 will go on this branch like this. Now at this point I2 is coming and I1 is also coming, so that means both of them will be added on this point, and in this branch towards the battery the current I1 plus I2 will continue, and I1 plus I2 is I. So that means the current that is coming out of the battery is same as the current that is entering in the battery. This is very important. Current out of battery, current which is coming out of battery is equal to current entering the battery. This is a very important conclusion, and this conclusion comes from a principle conservation, actually a law, conservation of charge. It says, what does conservation of charge say? It says that whatever charge is coming out of the battery, the same charge will be going inside the battery. That means there is no loss of charge in between. The charge will remain constant. The charge will remain conserved. Just like energy, in junior classes you must have studied conservation of energy. That energy created is same as energy. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can only be transferred from one form to another. That means electrical energy can be transferred into chemical energy, but the amount of energy remains same. There is no disappearing or addition of energy without any source. If I have energy of 1 joule on my one hand, and if I am transferring this 1 joule, if I am transferring on this hand, and there is no loss, then the two energies will be same. If some energy is not getting lost to the environment, then the energy remains same. Same process is applied, same conservation law is applied on the charge. The charge in a circuit always remains same. Whatever charge is coming out of the positive terminal, the same charge will travel in the circuit and enter the negative terminal. So charge is conserved, and if charge is conserved, obviously current will also be conserved. So if I is coming out of the battery, I will enter the battery also. Important thing, it is used in many concepts, so you keep that in mind. Now this is the grouping of capacitor. Now when grouping of capacitor is done, you see that there are R1, R2 and R3, three resistances. So if I ask you what is the total R of the circuit, this means what are we calculating? We are calculating the total resistance of the circuit. That means we are combining R1, R2 and R3 and replacing replacing them with one Req. Req is equivalent resistance. Equivalent resistance means the value, the resistance which can substitute this group. So whatever is the value of R1, R2 and R3 combined, whatever is the value, the same value this Req has. So when we are connecting this Req with this battery V, then the current will still be I. So this Req becomes equal to combination of R1, R2 and R3. I hope this is clear. Now how to find this value? Here I took R1, R2 and R3. Suppose I had some value. Suppose R1 is 1 ohm, R2 is 2 ohms and R3 is suppose 3 ohms. Then R equivalent will be the combination of 1 ohm, 2 ohm and 3 ohm. But how will we combine? Is there any formula or is there any method to combine these resistance to find out this one single resistance which is equal to this combination? This we are going to study in the next video.